Hello, this is KR Brickbot, and I'll be taking a look at Hello Carbot Armor Force from Sonokong. It was first released in September of 2017, and its retail price is about 38,000 Korean won. Now, Armor Force's selling point is that he's a triple changer who can also combine with his wavemate King Dizer to form Armor Dizer. Okay, but first we'll just look at him today. For the box, it is a little smaller than the regular Hello Carbot toys. So it is about this, a little bigger than the Transformers Voyager size boxes, new and old. Armor Force has a soldier motif going about him. So there are no Hello Carbot symbols on him, but he does have these badges on his legs. So it appears that he has the rank of a staff sergeant. As for some other details, like the head sculpt, it is rather basic to say the least, with a faceplate that is similar to his badges. As for the chest, it's also pretty basic with a H shape, although in the cartoon and the box here it's rendered better. And it looks like he has these missile pod like details and these little vents in his legs. And his accessory is a gun or sword that you can put in either 5mm hand. And you can't exactly plug it in and hold it like a gun because this gets in the way, so it's a little too short and could fall out easily. So I prefer to put it in this hole here. Yeah, so now you can wield it like a fusion cannon. And you can really only do it for this arm because the other arm is more shallow. So if you try putting it in here, it's more likely to fall out. Now for articulation. His head is on a full 360 swivel. A little tight. A full 360 swivel in the arm, and only that joint. No bicep swivels, nor elbow joints, except for these awkward outward and inward bends. And for part of the transformation, you can kind of detach this. So you can do that if you want. As for the legs, you can go out that much, and it can't go back because of this. So you can only do it like this, and legs can go outward with a stopper here, and he has a full 360 side swivel, and he has knee joints. Now this part is for his combined mode, but it's annoying in robot mode since it doesn't go down with the rest of his leg. And that's it for articulation. Now for size comparisons. So first here's the Deluxe Combiner Wars Brawl. Movie masterpiece Bumblebee. Generations Blitzwing. and Generations Armada Megatron. So Armor Force is a Voyager-sized Hello Carbot, and probably the only one. Now let's get him into tank mode. So if you have it like this, you can just leave it there. And then you can you pull this cockpit piece and put it over his head. And a word of warning, make sure his head is straight, or else the paint could possibly scratch off his yellow band here. Okay, next, fold out his arms and then be sure to push the shoulders in. And make sure this plugs into that shallow hole there. Then fold out the legs. Then tap them into these tabs here. And there you have Armor Force in his tank mode. So Armor Force's tank mode is pretty solid. It's pretty solid looking. So some details here are like this hatch here. And plated sides. And yellow headlights here. So his tank turret does rotate 360, and his tank barrel can go up that much. So one minor issue I have with this is that this thing has no wheels to help it roll along, which is a bit unfortunate, but I think the reason why he doesn't have any is because he combines, this part combines into the feet for armor dizer, so having wheels on there would just make him unstable. But still. Now for size comparisons. So first here's Deluxe Combiner Wars Brawl. And Generations Blitzwing in its tank mode. And Generations Armada Megatron. So he is a nice sizable tank, and it looks like he would scale with other deluxe Transformers cars, but as he combines with King Dizer, who is a regular size Carbot, who is similar in size to Sky here and other Carbots in general, this would be his actual size in the cartoon, a car-sized tank. It makes as much sense as a Combaticon tank being in a team of other out-of-scale military vehicles. Now let's transform him into helicopter mode. This mode requires a bit of part forming. First you detach this, then you spread these out and click them together. And I think these feet are a little warped because I think they might be a little screwed in too tightly. So if not for these two clips here, yes, they easily pop out. So you had to make sure it just barely holds it together. Okay, then detach this part and click it into place like this. Attach these to these tabs here. and then fold these out to form the fins. There goes the clip again. And then finally fold this out and plug it in here. So there you have Armor Force in his helicopter mode. This mode is the weakest of the three because its proportions look quite odd, because with its big robot crouch just sticking out in the front like that, and this little short rotor that is too high. But at least it does spin decently. But the cockpit does look nice with these yellow headlights and the molded windshield wiper. And these are his helicopter's miniguns. But other than that, it is quite odd. This looks like a sci-fi vehicle just tacked onto some random part here with fins. Now, comparing it with other vehicles and helicopters, here's Generation's Blitzwing in his jet mode, Generation's Whirl, Deluxe Unite Warriors Vortex, and the Carbot Sky here. So for my recommendations, this is not exactly the best triple changer because Transformers have come out with much better and more complex triple changers than Armor Force here. But I think he is a good triple changer for kids, as intended. So it's rather simple enough. But I also think because of his modularity and his ability to combine with Armordizer, he does have lots of parts and hinges, so it is fun to fidget around, to fool around and move in different configurations and figure out some alternate fan modes and other vehicle-like things for him. And to show my point, here are some of my fan modes. So Armor Force is a fun toy to mess around with even without Armordizer, King Dizer. But he can't salute.
That's it for this review. Be sure to like and subscribe.